Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today here at MadWorldTarot. It is a Wednesday as I am doing this reading, and the theme of the day is children. And we've looked at the unfortunate visit to the hospital in LA by Meghan Markle, whether recently or in the past. We're not quite sure still. But now I'm going to look at a Neil Sean story, cough cough. Not a fan of Neil Sean after he claimed that that video was fake of the Princess of Wales. But anyway, he claims that there is trouble in paradise over the invisible children, the invisikids as some people call them. Archie and Lilibet, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, because Harry allegedly thought that when they left the UK, when they Mexited, they would be half in, half out, if not as working royals, then with the children. That there would be 6 months in the UK and 6 months in the US, and the children would have some connection with their cousins, with their grandparents and whoever else, aunts and uncles, and some exposure to their British culture. But of course that hasn't worked out, has it? I don't know if either of them have ever been in the UK. Well, Archie allegedly was born in the UK, but that's as much as we know, and I put air quotes around know. So worse for has been, he thought that the kids might even go to school in the UK. And I have read on this a long time ago, because there was talk a long time ago that this was in the offing, that boarding school might be in their futures, UK English boarding schools. But apparently when the subject is raised, Madame bursts into tears and flings herself on the floor and has a fit, and it is all too terrible for words. So we're going to look at this with the Cute Ghost Tarot, which is one of my children related tarot decks. And of course, because we are talking about children, let's remind you that this is just tarot for fun and entertainment. It is all speculation, it is all my opinion, it is all allegedly, and I just read energy here. And disclaimer in the box below. And so that is enough said. I'm going to do a little compare and contrast reading here. We're going to have Harry on the left and Meghan on the right. We're going to look at their attitude, their feelings about the kids in the UK, taking the kids to the UK. We're going to ask what impact it's having on their relationship, Harry and Meghan. And we're going to ask what impact this conflict, this alleged conflict, is having on the children, as far as their relationship goes with Harry and Meghan. Because of course you can't prevent the children from finding things out. They're still very young, but at some stage they're going to get hold of all kinds of stuff. They're going to find out all kinds of stuff, and then it's going to be question time. Why did you cut me off from the family, the royal family, and all the good things that being associated with the British royal family would have entailed? So some trouble coming down the line there, I would say, but that's me speculating as a tarot reader. So let's see what's going on. Harry on the left, Meghan on the right. Feelings about the UK, impact on marriage, impact on relationship with children. And then our outcome energy is going to be children's relationship with the UK, ultimately. Because as I say, Meghan can have tantrum now and stop this now, but she can't stop it forever. 3 of coins. Oh no, hang on. Yeah, no, we can do that. That one still had to come out. That's the outcome. We have the 3 of coins as our underlying energy, and I need the next one too, because it's the Empress in reverse, which has come out after that little fluff, that little misstep. 3 of coins is collaboration, teamwork, being part of a team, and the Empress is the mother, of course. So we have not being a team player and not wanting to be a part of something that might benefit the children ultimately, because the mother says so. The mother says no. So there we have a little story already as our underlying energy. Very interesting. So let's look at the situation that we are dealing with. Today we're dealing with the Five of Sticks in reverse. Conflict in a small group. Can't make it up. Fighting with the Five of Sticks. Who's got the upper hand? Who's going to win? Who's got the loudest voice? That's the Five of Sticks. Who can cry the longest while they writhe around on the floor and hold their breath and stop breathing and threaten to off themselves? That kind of scenario is coming through for me with the Five of Sticks. I'm not saying that she's doing it, but she has actually said herself that she has had those thoughts and expressed them to the has-been. There it is, Five of Sticks in reverse. For me as a reader, that is the energy that's coming through in that card. Very ugly energy, drama, making drama out of a situation that should not be a source of drama at all. It should be children's best interests first and always. And it clearly, in my opinion, is not in this situation. Harry over here, Meghan over here. Has been feelings about the kids going to the UK. He's home. The Fool is a fresh start, a new beginning. It's happy, it's innocent, it's playful, it's an adventure. How nice it would be for them. And I do believe that they exist. Lady C is adamant that they exist. So we're going to take it that they do exist at some level, somehow, whatever their provenance, we don't know. But the Fool is that exciting energy of let's go on an adventure. There's the dog, there's the child, what fun, the sun is shining. It's just got a lovely energy. It's innocent, it's playful, it's exciting. I can take you and show you all my favorite places, and we can meet so-and-so, and we can go and do fun things, the kinds of fun things that you read about in books written in the oldie days in England before everything got woke. It's that kind of feeling. For me, it's almost going back into the past, even though the Fool is all about new beginnings. It's very, very interesting energy. It's a very strong energy. And for once, reading his energy, it's healthy and positive energy, in my opinion. Herself, how does she feel about the kids going to the UK? Four of Cups in reverse. Four of Cups is rejection, apathy, indifference. When the card is upright, something offered, a delightful offered, and no, don't want it. And the card is in the reverse, which can sometimes mean that, well, there's a little glimmer of hope and maybe you'll rethink it and give it another chance and all of that. I'm not getting that feeling now with this Four of Cups in reverse. I'm getting the feeling of, don't ask me again. You've asked enough times. I've said no enough times, and now don't ever mention it again. That's the energy that's coming through for me as a tarot reader. So, what impact is this impasse having on their relationship? Harry over here, how's that making him feel? Oh, it's the Tower. It's the Tower in reverse, which can be the Tower of all towers. A Tower is a divorce card. It can be that it has sparked talk about separation, divorce. That's it, I'm done, I'm out of here, you've ruined my life, that kind of thing. That's the Tower. Tower is in reverse. He could be trying to save the situation, and there's only one reason he would try to save the situation, despite all the readings that I've done that say that he is completely over the situation. The only reason that he would stick around is because there are two children involved. That if he leaves, if he walks out, he might not get to see again. I don't know how the law works in California, but I'm sure she's got things that she could tell a court that would make him look very, very bad. That's my opinion. And that Tower card is a terrible, terrible card. The energy, I'm not a fan of Prince Harry. I think he's despicable. I think he has treated his family appallingly. I think he's stupid. I think he's an addict. I think he's venal. I think he's awful. That's my opinion of him. But I wouldn't wish this on anyone. The energy in that card. How is this affecting her view of the marriage and of him? Ace of Sticks. This is lit a fire. This is something that she feels really passionate about. She doesn't feel passionate about him. Don't misread that card. It can mean that, but not now, it doesn't. It means that this is lit a fire in her. She is going to fight tooth and nail. I don't think personally she's going to fight tooth and nail over this, because she actually doesn't want the kids to go to the UK, although I think she has managed to demonize the UK to such an extent that she has genuinely become kind of paranoid about it and feels that all the most awful things possible happened to her in the UK. It's a terrible place full of terrible people. But this has lit the fire. And I think that this has stirred something up that he's going to really struggle to withstand, because it's so loud, it's so passionate, it's shouting, it's screaming, it's drama, it's fire, it's such a fuss being made about this. I will burn the place down. I will burn you down kind of energy. I'm not saying that she is saying that, but that's the energy that is coming through for me as a tarot reader. Let us see what impact it's having on the poor, poor children. Harry's relationship with the children. Ultimately, don't put a time frame on this. Page of Cups in reverse. This is a very sad little card. Upright, it's children card. It's connection. It's an emotional bond. It's love. It's loyalty. It's expressions of love, because pages are about communication. So it's sharing, and it's that closeness. It's in reverse. So there's distance, there's separation, there's coldness. It might result in separation for him. Herself. And we've got the King of Cups in reverse. Worse for her. Worse for her. And what is worse for her about this is it's going to add to the legacy that she already has as a home wrecker. We have two Kings of Cups. In fact, we have quite a few more in the royal family, but we have two main ones because we have two grandfathers that are Kings of Cups. A Cancerian, Thomas Markle, Scorpio, the King. And both of them have been cut off from Harry and Meghan. Both of them have been cut off from their grandchildren. Very coldly, very deliberately, very savagely. And there it is again, and that is going to come back to bite her, because as the children grow up and they say, but I've just discovered that my grandfather is the King of England, or now my uncle is the King of England, depends when they discover these things. And they're probably starting to discover them, or Archie anyway. It's not going to look good for Meghan. You cut me off from my grandfather in the US, you cut me off from my grandfather in the UK, who was the King of England. Why? Why? Out of spite? Out of malice? Cold-heartedness? Because the King of Cups in reverse is very cold-hearted. It's very, very cold. Very. Outcome for the kids and their connection with the UK, and we'll of course look at this again in future. But for now, the card that I forgot to pull out when I was putting out this spread, let's see what we have. And we have the Knight of Coins in reverse. That doesn't bode well for them. It's, of course, a Harry card, the Knight of Coins, Knight of Pentacles, Earth Sign Prince Harry. One of his cards, minor arcana for him, cut off from him, first of all. If he's back in the UK, as most likely he will end up back there at some stage, given the readings that I do on him, given the situation that he is in the US now, the nothing happening in his life in the United States at all, and the woeful sort of laments about let me back, that we keep hearing. But it's also a journey that is not finished. The Knight of Coins in reverse, upright, slow, steady, solid, heading in the right direction, on a good path. And that would be connecting with the people of the United Kingdom, family in the United Kingdom, culture, all of that stuff. The legacy, the prosperity, the place, the position, the status, all the things that a Knight of Coins can represent, but it's in reverse. So that is blocked, is stopped, no access to it, no understanding of it. They're going to be strange foreign children when they finally do get there, because I'm sure they will manage to get there, or someone will manage to get them there at some stage. You can't prevent them forever from going. They're going to be really out of place. They're going to be disconnected. They're going to be cut out of things, shut out of things that they might have been allowed into. All kinds of things. We're talking money kinds of things, access to high society, the connections that they would be making if they were there, if they were growing up there, going to school there, those connections that are priceless for a life going forward. The thing that is paramount in a choice of place and home and school and things like that. Who are the people? What are you going to learn there? Who are you going to be mixing with? What's the vibe? What's the culture? What's the environment that you're going to be in? They're cut out of all of that, and not good. And this is the big card, of course, there. He really wants it. He really feels that this would be such a happy and positive thing. And he's right for once. But this is a massive card, the Tower. And she's not going to let this go. She's not going to be defeated in this. But it is going to defeat her in the end, because it's going to stick to her and taint her reputation. Like her reputation is already tarnished because of the way she's treated her own father and also King Charles. And Harry looks like he's going to, very unfortunately, lose connection with his children. And all because the Empress is in reverse and doesn't want to play. She doesn't want to be a part of this group for her own reasons, in my opinion. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.